Hey there, welcome back to Flat Tire Farm. It's farm vlog day, and if you can see by the leaves behind me, it's starting to get cold out. 37 degrees this morning, so we got to get everything out of the garden, probably except for the potatoes and carrots.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Well, we've been trying to get these tomatoes in. There's my little onions that are still nice and dry. You can see I got that row over there done. There's still some peppers trying to grow amazingly, but we need to get the rest of these tomatoes in today, and they'll just ripen in the house.
Oh my gosh, honey, look at these guys.
Those ones almost started turning a
I know it,
color.
look at.
It's almost red.
I know. Gosh, they smell so good. I love the smell of tomato plants.
Mr. Reeve has this $1 million idea that if they made a perfume or a cologne that smelled like tomato plants, he'd buy it.
Dude, people would buy it. I'm telling you.
You would buy it.
I'm not the only one. I guarantee I'm not the only one.
Oh, okay.
There's somebody else out there that's like...
I'm not sure about that.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Y'all tell her in the comments that you would buy it, because you know you would.
Or tell me you would not buy it.
Or tell her that you wouldn't. But you gotta be honest.
Don't just stay with your team goat allegiance.
That's okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Your team goat members gotta take care of each other.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here is, I think this might be our biggest pepper. We'll have to see. Pepper, tiny pepper. And then we got some peppers I didn't even know we grew. Like, I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Might be hot or not. We'll find out. Well, we got everything emptied out. We took the stakes down. I kind of walked on all the plants to smash them down. I'm just going to leave them in here, let the nutrients go back into the soil. This little junky plastic greenhouse, it's on its second year. It's done its job well. Okay, here's our massive pepper harvest. Those are just our last little onions that didn't have stems on them. Basil, thyme, and let's get the tomatoes weighed. All the tomatoes that we stored before we put in this box have been sitting under our kitchen table. So we're gonna get them all weighed with the tomatoes that we picked today. But look at, it's only orange because it's been sitting in our house in a cardboard box. Okay, this bin is 22.5 pounds of tomatoes. All right, Mr. Reeve, put that one on there. I'm thankful at least we could use the bathroom scale and not the kitchen scale to weigh the tomatoes. 18 more pounds. 40
nice.
pounds of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Almost.
Picking our little ground cherries. We got 3 tires of them. Ooh, 4. They surely didn't even have time to ripen.
When they're little, there's a little husk, but there's nothing in it.
Oh yeah, it's empty, huh?
That one's got one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Here, open one up so people can see. See?
Oh,
And I learned from a viewer, don't eat the green ones.
or don't tell your husband to eat the green ones.
Well, he didn't say that.
Jeez.
They're super cool. They look like little Chinese lanterns. Like tiny baby tomatillos, except not as fruitful.
Isn't he beautiful?
Wow.
You want to eat him?
You eat it.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
That's good, yeah.
I know we weren't even supposed to get strawberries this year.
I know.
We were just trying to grow plants this year, and look it. There's strawberries. Look how cute that is.
If you look in here, the crowns look really happy too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That was
I
our
think
plan.
they're gonna overwinter, I hope.
Grow crowns. Cool. Now these are heirloom strawberries that I got from Baker Creek, so they're shaped a little different. Here's the problem with mixing white strawberries and red strawberries in the same area. You don't know if they're white and overripe or red and underripe. Here's our oregano that we picked earlier this summer, and look, it's grown back a little bit. So we're gonna hack it back down to the ground, and I'll get it all dried up and preserved for the winter. Hopefully I didn't traumatize this oregano too much, and it will perennialize. The same variety did come back this summer. However, I killed it because I didn't water it, and so this is a brand new fresh crop. These are my poor sad cilantro beds that were so beautiful earlier on. I really didn't even get to process them. Ran out of time, but well, hopefully some of these will go to seed and they will grow next year. All right, Mr. Reeve, you gonna pull the leeks for us?
Yeah.
There's just...
They're little. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm letting you do
really
that.
Grab in there, don't they?
It's really hard.
They're cute. Look at.
I know, they're so tiny.
They're like a leek, only smaller.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Man, they got good roots. They're like, we want to stay here.
I know they want to stay forever. When winter comes, they won't want to stay.
Look at that guy. Small plant and big little, whatever.
He's got big hair.
He's got big hair. He's like a, trolls.
Oh, trolls.
Yeah.
I see.
That's how their hair was.
Oh, got
right?
it. Yep. Okay, we got what was left of the little garden all brought in. Next, the big garden. Well, this windstorm came up and made it way too windy to be outside and surely too windy for me to be bringing in the garden. So instead, I went inside and I canned up 21 jars of canned coleslaw. Well, not a horrible way to spend my day during harvest season, but the weather was much better the next day. It's getting beautiful out here. Still a little windy today, so I apologize if the audio was a little junky. I'll do my best not to make it horrible for you. First, I think we should get our Hubbard squashes out. It'll be the first year ever that we grew some squash other than a zucchini. This one, although beautiful and trailing, is definitely for animals. I want to get it to them before it freezes. And that's the closest thing to a squash. Look how big he is. Just tiny, but that's okay. We'll hack it down and throw it in the animal food pile. All right, now these guys are a little bit bigger. Not much, but I'm sure I could cut something out of that guy. I don't think I plan on storing these guys just because they're so little, but I learned from Chelsea at Little Mountain Ranch, they live in Canada, so they have a similar climate to us, to leave a couple inches of that stem if we can. So that's what we're doing, and we'll decide what to do with it a little bit later. Let me get this basket filled up. I think it's probably about 50-55 degrees out, which is good. The sun's out, so it feels a little warmer than that, but the wind's blowing, so let's get the rest of these zucchinis out of the ground. Ugh, more zucchinis. Couldn't figure out why my fingers were getting pricked so much. I forgot to put my gloves on. Okay, not too bad. We got some teeny tiny ones. It's sad the zucchinis are still blooming. In Alaska, the season's so short that, well, sometimes you gotta chop stuff down even though it's not all the way developed yet. But that's not too much zucchini for me. I'm happy about that. We actually had zucchini and chicken stuffed egg rolls last night, which has been one of my favorite new dishes from our What to Do with Too Many Zucchini videos. But there's one more zucchini plant over by the beans that didn't grow. And I want to show you something cool about a zucchini plant. Hi, girl. Okay, I'm hoping to show you this. You'll have to forgive the panting dog in the background. Juniper, what are you doing? Cuckoo? Go. Go on, buddy. Oh, okay, come here. Come here. Oh, I love you. I love you. Okay, you ready to go now? Okay, great. All right. Okay, I think she's eating grass. She's busy. A zucchini plant is kind of a little bit like a celery in that it's like a wild celery. See how it's hollow in the middle? I could stick my finger right in there. Okay, but after the rainy season, get some of these zucchinis out of the way. Ugh. when you cut it, let's see if I can, nope, not that one. Nope. Nope. Well, what I wanted to show you was that these hollow stalks will store water, almost like a cactus or a wild celery. But I think the stuff on this side of the garden was not as wet as the stuff on the other side, but that's okay. Too bad I already ripped it all up. Here we go. When I was cleaning up the zucchini plants, I found some examples of what I was trying to show you. Pretty neat, huh? Here's one thing that did not go as planned. Again, you'll have to apologize for the panting dog. She's hanging out with me today. But these were those field peas that were supposed to grow pods so that we could save the seeds and create a bigger and bigger seed load for cover crop, but they're not even gonna make pods. They did make really pretty flowers though. Oh well. Best laid plans, right guys? But the animals will love them. We got a pretty good pile going there now, don't we? A couple other things that didn't go as planned. Here's our beans. Well, you can see them in all the grass anyways. They didn't even make one bean. Sad day. I think next year we're not gonna direct seed them. We're gonna try to start them indoors first. We'll see how it goes. They started to get little buds, but that's it. That might be the closest thing we got down there to anything that's viable. That's okay. Live and learn. All right, one more thing that I will not do again is let my radishes go to seed, because not only am I not gonna get the pods I really wanted to eat, I'm surely not gonna get the seeds. And it's gonna freeze in just a couple days, so they will not have time to make pods for me. Sad sushi. This, however, did go very well. This is the mangoldwurzel beets that I thought for sure weren't gonna get big, but look at, that's a pretty good sized beet down there. These are just pig food. Now this is a bartender radish that I just let grow and get oversized. Look how big it is. They're usually like skinny, like tiny carrots. Oh, Juniper, what are you doing? People don't want to see you all day today, girl. All right. But it looks like a symbiote or something. I don't know. It's weird. But Juniper, get back, Jack. Ay, ay, ay. Didn't even grow flowers. That's okay. I'm definitely not growing these next year. I don't like the flavor. They grow all weird. And they didn't even make me pods. Boo hiss. You know what, though? I bet Juniper will eat it. You want it, girl? You want it? All right. See you later, buddy. She is such a nutcase. All right. I want to get some of this smaller stuff in before I try to get the rest of the cabbages in, so that I can get all little baskets out of my gorilla cart, and then I'll just fill up the whole gorilla cart with the cabbages. So what's next? Let's get finally these wasabi radishes out of the ground. All right, so this is a wasabi radish. I wasn't supposed to let it get this big, but I did. For those of you that want to know, wasabi, actual wasabi is not a radish, but this wasabi radish is supposed to be cousin to a wasabi horseradish plant, which is really expensive, by the way. So I thought I was going to try to make wasabi out of this, and lo and behold, that didn't work out. But we improvised, and we ended up making some hot mustard out of it. Juniper wants to eat the greens, apparently. So I think I'm going to make sweet and spicy pickled wasabi radish sticks. I think that's what I finally decided. Just like you'd make like a sweet and spicy pickled asparagus. So let me get these out, and I'll see you back in a sec. Actually really pretty inside if it didn't have all the wormholes. I left these in the ground far too long. They're really only supposed to be the size of large marbles, but we grew so much this year we just really had to prioritize, and when I cut these open they didn't taste like what I thought they were going to. Well, I kind of abandoned them for a while. Actually, they just taste like a really earthy radish that you probably wouldn't want to eat. I cut this one open for you so you can see how actually it's very pretty on the inside when it's not eaten by worms. But sometimes in Alaska, actually a lot of times in Alaska, we don't have enough temperature heat here to grow anything that has any flavor heat. Like hot peppers don't really get hot here. So I have a friend that's gonna grow these wasabi radish seeds in her climate, which is significantly warmer than our climate, and see if maybe we can get some heat out of them, and see maybe it's just too cold here to grow these things, and maybe they really are delicious. I just missed out on it. Okay, now I think I'm gonna harvest all this row of kohlrabi. Okay, there's no way this works on that. We need this. Okay, we had to use the loppers to cut the stems of the kohlrabi because they are really, really tough and really hard. Even these teeny tiny ones, you'd think you'd be able to cut with a knife, and it's like a stick at the bottom. It's really woody. So, it's not a very good example. Here's a big, beautiful one. Here, I'll show you the end of it. The end that I cut, the root end. You can see how there's that outside edge of it is really thick. It's like a really thick protective coating. And when you go to cut into the kohlrabi to eat it, you're gonna have to get through that layer, which also makes it pretty decent for storing. This will store, I don't know, 4 months or so in a cold room. So what you do to preserve it is cut all the little leaves off. Okay. I left the 2 inches or 3 inches of the root on, so that's good. If you leave the leaves on it, it won't store for as long. So, there you go. I can cut these a little shorter if I want, but I want to leave at least a little bit on there. And then we'll put it in the basket. Keep filling it up. See you back in a little bit. Okay, my cart's full. Time to go empty it out inside, and we'll come back out and fill it back up again. Okay, you want to see how the mangoldwurzels did?
Yeah.
Okay, pull that one in front of you.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, right here.
Oh, wow.
Looks just like a giant dirt ball.
He's a big old guy.
Look at that. He is ugly, dude.
I think he's got little snarly guys on the bottom. Yeah, fingers.
Ooh, he's ugly, dude. Yeah, it's just gonna go to the pigs. Here, pull a different one.
You don't want to eat that?
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
Mangoldwurzel burgers?
Gross. How about that one?
Which one?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah, maybe, huh?
Ooh, wait, oh, there's 2.
They're all just mangled at the bottom.
Mango.
Maybe that's okay.
Mango
I
beets.
get it now. Do you want to go check the regular beets, the people beets?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go do that. I think we grew a couple kinds of beets because those have green leaves and those down there have red leaves. So, okay.
Yeah, I think. I want
just
to say we grew like 3 different kinds or something.
I just want beets enough that I can can them.
Look, these little guys. Look at.
Pull them. I can't see. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're orange.
Look at those
I
guys.
love them.
They're cool.
They're beautiful. Oh, yay, they're totally big enough to can. Yay! Oh, I love those orange ones.
Look at, they're pretty.
I know I got some fancy orange kind. I forgot what they're called though.
Wow.
Let's go look at the other kinds.
Check the other ones. Look at this cool mushroom.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that guy.
Be careful. Oh my gosh.
It's not gonna bite me.
That's really neat.
Isn't that pretty? We probably don't want them in our garden, but that's cool looking.
It looks like,
It's so
it looks
cool.
like pickled ginger.
It does, I know it. You take the first bite.
No. I would prefer not to die from explosive diarrhea. This is not my preferred method of death, please.
That's a PYP mushroom?
Yeah, PYP. Poop your pants.
All right. I don't...
You think that's a different variety? I think it is.
I think so.
It's tall.
I don't see much in the way of a beet at the end. I just see greens.
I have already canned
Nope, there's something there.
so many greens. I would prefer not to.
We
can
never
more.
thinned them out is the problem. Look at, he's a beautiful red beet.
He's
Look
beautiful.
at him. Yeah.
That's big enough to can.
Gosh, those beet greens are beautiful. We gotta eat those guys.
I have lots of. Yes, we will eat some.
I just mean just throw, you know, add some to a salad or something.
Oh yeah, sure.
They're beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
We didn't think we were gonna get much of a harvest of beets, but
No,
I think
because we
were
never
wrong.
do.
Wow, look at him.
I know everybody's like, that's the smallest beet I've ever seen. Well, guess
Yeah,
what?
thanks,
That's
people.
the biggest beet that we've ever grown. So we are happy.
This one? Maybe.
Yeah, that is.
He's beautiful.
All the ones were like tiny,
perfect.
like cherry tomatoes the other year.
Because we never want to thin anything.
Come on now. That never happens.
Yeah.
We have lots of spare time to do all kinds of stuff like that.
I don't think you would. Whoa.
Oh, is that a good whoa?
I don't know. There's something going on in here.
Oh yeah, because he went to seed. That's that one that's gone to seed, I think, honey. Oh, he's beautiful though.
He is. Look at him.
He's probably bitter though because he put all his energy into the top. But you know
He's
what?
bitter because it's been raining.
Well, either
Makes me bitter too.
it makes you bitter. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's because you're made of sugar. You melt in the rain.
Yeah. There's other stuff that melts in the rain.
Like what?
It's a family show.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Poop.
Oh. It doesn't melt.
Yeah, it does.
It liquefies. Is it the same as melting? I guess so. Okay.
That would be pretty much the definition of melting.
Okay, you win.
What are these guys?
They might be the candy stripe ones, although I'm sure that's not the right name, but they're like the bullseye
I know,
ones.
but they're the super cool looking ones.
Yeah, that one's the tiny one, I think, huh?
Oh, sad. Wah, wah.
We grew greens, yay!
We grew reds. I gotta find one of them.
Here's a big one right here.
Where? Oh, look, I found one too.
Oh, okay, good. It's really...
They're not very pretty on the outside, but they're super pretty when you cut
like
into
the
them.
bull's blood or something like that. It's like really dark red.
So these aren't the striped ones?
I don't know. We'll find out when we cut them open.
Yeah.
I don't have a knife anymore. I threw it.
You threw it?
Yeah, I threw it.
Are you in your gardening or knife throwing? You want me to cut one?
A little of both.
I can cut this little teeny tiny
Multifaceted
color.
skill set.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut that little one. See what's on the inside. Nope, red.
Red.
Oh, maybe. Look. It's pretty.
Oh, maybe.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Too small to know.
Wah, wah.
Big surprise.
I bet we could talk the dog into eating it.
Oh, I have talked her into eating all kinds of stuff today.
Yeah.
Juniper.
She's sleeping under the gate.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Look at her tongue hanging out.
Come on. You want a snack? She's like, I am tired. You guys let me be.
All right.
Nope.
She's on vacation.
We still have the radishes and the mango wurzels in the ground, but we will pull these out bit by bit and feed the animals as it freezes or not. It doesn't matter. Well, I got everything out of the garden that needed to get out today except the red cabbages and the beets, which will probably handle a light frost. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to get them out of the ground before it freezes solid around here. I think it'll be okay though. Things that are left in the ground on purpose are potatoes. We're just going to give them every last second they can. Carrots, same thing. We're going to give them every last second they can. And Brussels sprouts, they need to get picked after the first light frost. So other than cabbage and beets, we're right on track. Now let's go get all these greens and feed them to the animals. Well, I got the cart full, but there's still that giant pile over there. We're going to use the side-by-side and use our new gate. We haven't even used it yet. You don't want that? You're so funny. Look at the inside of that mango beet. That's really cool. Gretel, you're always stealing everybody's food. There you go. There you go, Willow.
As always, y'all, thanks for joining us on Flat Tire Farm. Stay tuned next week for the next farm vlog video.